Hey everyone, I came to this area because it looks pretty cool. There's a nice stone arch bridge right there, and there's a few culverts I want to come look at quickly. There's this one here, which is really big. Get a little bit of lighting. See how deep this is. You might not be able to walk far, but it's not far. Okay, but water's 2 feet deep where I am. I just want to show you around that corner. See how deep it is? I can feel my boots wanting to float because there's a lot of air in them. Get that culvert right there. See if we can get down there. So far, so good. Not as deep right here. That's nice. I gotta focus at the ground because I don't want to get soaked. If this was 2 inches deeper, I would become flooded. Okay, it's back out of the hole. This is just a deep culvert. It's really big too. So we got 15 feet of headroom, something like that. I'm underneath the road right now. This nice granite arch is underneath a railroad line. This is nice. Look at there's actual stone here. That means they had to do some blasting to be able to make this. Okay, we're shallow again. Just look at the craftsmanship of this. This culvert here was built in the 1800s for the railway, and it looks absolutely perfect. This one back here, it's new. It looks perfect, but let's look at the road salt crumbling. Road salt doesn't really damage granite. If they built the whole thing out of granite, it would stay perfect for hundreds of years. Got some rotten wood in here. Look at a nice rock floor. Some nice rapids in here. Got some wooden supports in there. It looks, oh, there's a pipe in there. Nope, that's not a pipe. Looks like one of their beams when they were maybe building it rotted. This is a nice stream. It goes, there's a little twist there and it dumps into the river. Okay, let's go back. I have a bunch of other stuff. There's a nice bridge up there, and there's also a culvert going under the highway, which is kind of small compared to these. These ones are absolutely massive. That piece of wood, they like cemented around it. That is at least 15 feet tall, what's above me. I'm 6 feet. Now this is the part got some big holes, but I can see the bottom. The water is nice and clear. The water up north is always sparkling unless it's been eroding. Like after a storm it would turn. Like there's a big hole. I'm unsure if there's a concrete floor. There's gotta be. It's a culvert. If there wasn't, it would be more of a bridge. Someone threw an old tire. Oh, that suddenly came right up. It felt like a weighted blanket just being lifted off my legs right there. There's a spider on that one. It's dead. Look at that. See how it's just like gas, it breaks. That's usually created by rotting plant material. It creates bubbles of gas and they all group together. Pretty much harmless, but sometimes it can be made by sewage. Looking at this beautiful area, I doubt it. It's the beginning of spring. All the trees are starting to grow their leaves. Got all the beautiful ferns here. Now, I think this was the original traffic bridge. The train track was always there, but I think they built the culvert so they could build an actual highway, because the speed limit on this road is 50 miles an hour. They would never have been able to achieve it up here in the mountain because it goes around a curve. Nice waterfall. Now, depending on who you would ask, they might call that a culvert, they might call it a bridge. A culvert is usually defined as having a floor, but people did argue with me, saying in California, the California River is basically a bunch of culverts, but it's not. They were trying to say that the bridge, because there's the trough underneath it, they were trying to say it's a culvert. No, it's not. Now that situation's different. Look at those culverts up there. Those are going under the highway. Gotta be careful here, this is slippery. That is a really jagged slip and slide. Oh, it's alright. There's a bunch of places to stick my feet. Not as smooth as I thought. I might not go back through there again. I'll walk over. You don't see pipes like this anymore. Made out of clay. Look at that drainage culvert for the highway. Maybe I should have brought my ice cleats. These ones are at a pretty steep grade. Oh, that would be awesome if you had like a inner tube in the summer. That's like a 10% grade. That would blast you right through into this pool. That's a pretty cool thing. 1963 just shows the quality of concrete back then. I gotta walk around. This is really deep. So basically, you have the train one, you have the state highway, which is just a busy road. You have the little town road, which is original, and you got the regular highway with the 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. That little squeak was a chipmunk. Okay, how deep is it right here? Can I step in the end? Yes, I can. Okay, if you had an inner tube, this would be slippery. It's not slippery to me because they intentionally made the bottom rough. That is to control the speed of the water. If that wasn't rough, it would be going really fast. We're gonna walk up this one and walk down the other. Now, if I was to run through here, yeah, I'd probably fall. This is nice. It's a lot longer than it looks because we have 6 lanes of traffic, 2 breakdown lanes, probably a giant center median. Every now and then you see one of these little pipes with water pouring out of it. That's because usually they pour gravel or something porous behind these walls to allow groundwater to escape. If they didn't, it could cause erosion, or worse, if it froze, it could break one of the walls. That actually took some time walking through at a steady pace. And it just ends here into the woods. Suddenly got quiet. It's loud in there. See, there's like this green algae there. In the middle of it, where it can't survive, there's more of a brown algae that likes to live in the dark. Now this culvert's not as rough. This one's smoother. Unless the roughness doesn't start until the end. But I gotta be careful going down this one. Quite the adventure. I didn't even expect this. I just wanted to go under that train track one because I saw that nice granite thing. This one wasn't even hard to get to. I just parked at a fisherman place. But they're all in the Connecticut River. Oh, that's nasty, that stuff. Okay, this would be the slipping slide culvert. This one doesn't have that rough gravel. That's also why it's trying to pull me. Got a little bit of cracking there. But for a culvert that was built in the 60s, it's remarkable that it's like this. Some of the newer ones that are 10 years old look this good. A lot of times they don't put the rebar deep enough, and the road salt always finds it. Now, I might have to walk back unless I can... Nope, I can scoot right around this wall. I bet a lot of animals use this to avoid the highway, and so they don't get hit by cars. Anything can fit through that, even a moose. I doubt a moose would go through there though. They usually don't like the confined spaces. Hope this video was interesting. Thanks for watching.